Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Perfetto.
Elizabeth, thank you. Thank you. Do you have someone?
What? No, I do not have someone.
That's Blair. Blair, that's one. I'll tell you. Whoa. Crush it.
Good Shabbos, everyone. We begin our service, page 142, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We turn back to page 120, and Blair, why don't you come on up and light our Shabbat candles? And Amy, yeah, absolutely. You can just pick the whole thing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
Thank you. I love the two besties. For those who are able, we rise together for our Kiddush 123.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah banu בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה וראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat. L'chaim.
We turn to the top of page 124. As we read together, we entered the sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. We turn to page 131, Psalm 96.
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, פסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים באדוני שמיים עשה, הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. המבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, המבו לאדוני כבוד בעוז, המבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, חילו מפניו כל הארץ, אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, אף תיכון תבל מלטימות, ידין עמים במישרים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. Please join me singing Lecha Dodi 138. Lechan Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lechan Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamur וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לכן דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לכן דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלחקים מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשם בתחילה. לכן דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לכן דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דמרי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לכן דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לכן דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
For those who are able, we rise together and you find the Sabbath bride wherever you may see her.
בואי ושלום עטרת מעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לכן דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לכן דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
The bottom of page 145. Entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even in unlikely times and through unlikely places. There's no place on earth without the presence. We say right here, our Chetzi Kaddish 144.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו Amen.
We rise together, 146.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada nai nai nai, 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 yada nai nai nai. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam ba'ed Le'olam ba'ed Yada nai 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 Yada nai nai nai.
Please be seated. Zeigesund. The top of page 149. Praise you, Adonai, our God, for whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way in which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise you, Adonai, our God, for whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim. On the next page.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadta, Otanu limadta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochmeinu v'kumeinu nasiach mechukecha v'nismach b'divrei toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam ba'ed ki heim chayenu אורך ימינו ובהם נהגה יומם בלילה נהגה יומם בלילה באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל אוהב עמו ישראל Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Leolam Ba'ed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכמך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
The top of page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Our song of freedom, our Micha Mocha, on the next page.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד. מלכותך ראו בניך מוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד.
The bottom of page 161. Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter and the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Our Hashivenu is right here, 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Vehamidenu shomreinu l'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Vehamidenu shomreinu l'chaim Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Ushmor tzedenu uvoeinu Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Ushmor tzedenu uvoeinu Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim
The top of page 163. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. Vishamru 162.
Vishameru b'nei Yisrael et Hashabbat Lasot et Hashabbat Lidorotam berit olam Beini u'bein b'nei Yisrael Oti leolam leolam Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai Et hashamayim ve'et haaretz Ubayom hashvi Shabbat ma'inavash.
For those who are able, we rise together for tefillah, top of page 166.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. The top of page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Continue with our Ritzei on the next page.
Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu Be'amcha Yisrael U'tefilatam be'ahama tekabel Tehil ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael Yisrael amecha el karov lechol קורא פני אל עבדיך וחוננו, שפוך רוחך עלינו, ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון. ברחמים ברוך אתה אדוני המחזיר שכינתו לציון, לציון, לציון.
the top of page 179. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. Make contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praise you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol ha-shalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol ha-shalom. B'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. Bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We take a few moments for private prayer.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart, be acceptable before you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, ve'imeru, amen.
At this point in our service, we think of those in our community, those especially who are in need of healing of body or spirit. Sandra Berman, Debbie Boggs, Kent Bricker, Jonathan Fratkin, Vicky Goldstein, Sophia Barry Gordon, Shelley Hayes, Katie James, Sherry Kirsch, David Kraselski, Rush Lishkoff, Virgil Luger, Michal Mizrowitz, Ron Ostreicher, Lex Overstegen, Shelia Parks, Chad Robinson, Lee Rogoff, Gary Schiff, Mark Schneider, Tyler Trasner, Joyce Thompson, Alan Unger, Brenda Weinstein, Russell Wheatley, and Keith Zimmerman. For those who are with us tonight, if you're thinking of a loved one, a friend, someone who is in need of healing of body or spirit, we invite you to do so either as my eyes meet yours or by rising. For those names mentioned out loud, for those names still in our hearts, Misha Barak, our prayer for healing, middle of page 371.
Misha Barak Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Le'imoteinu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishem Beirach Imoteinu Mekor HaBracha La'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
I want to start with something really positive, and then I want to get into the spirit of the human condition, and then pivot back to something good. Upstairs, when we're greeted by first, we have two police officers, and they're stadies. They have an incredibly difficult job, but they're assigned to for the state of Alabama as law enforcement. Tonight, one of them said to me, "This is my favorite part of the week." And I said, protecting the Jews and during all the security issues. And he said, "You guys treat us as if we are family." And it says in a very esoteric, the Jerusalem Talmud, which very few people read, that if you're able to bring a cheerful presence or a good hi to someone, you're able to bring God's presence into the world. So with the world around us is what we experience. When he said that, just know the good that you're bringing, not just coming to Shabbos, but how you greet the people that not only protect us, but people who consider that they're part of the family. So it really touched my neshama in the best possible of ways, and even with the weeks that we have had. When you hear something like that, you know that we're doing something good, and we're allowed to, I don't want to say the word take credit, but you can feel good from the mitzvahs. It's totally okay. That's the positive. At least I didn't say the police are about to arrest me. That could be the negative. In the third parashah in Exodus, Bo, we have the final 3 plagues. Now, every year when we do the Seder, we're supposed to empathize what it was like to be slaves in the land of Egypt, that historical empathy. We try. And when we read the parashah, it's not just a reminder of the trauma in which the Israelites experienced for hundreds of years in the shackles of slavery. On top of that, Egyptians suffering immensely around them. Each time they had a taste of liberation, then it was taken away. Just a repeated cycle of trauma, of pain, of sadness, of death. And as much as we're supposed to relate to the historical understanding of the Exodus, it's our lives too, to a certain extent. We have our surus, we have our real pain. And Becky, it's not my intention to speak to you directly or to Nancy, but experiencing such sudden loss, whether one lived a full life, and for 6 years of immense suffering, the question that we're supposed to do is how do we live again? And just like the Israelites, they too wrestled with this throughout the wilderness. They actually wanted to go back to Egypt because it was more certain, it was comforting. So how do we live again? We experience death. We experience the difficulty of the news around us, and I know there's a lot of issues that truly bother you, concern, and they're 100% valid to your feelings. We have the stress of our family, our children, our bills. Sometimes life proves itself too cruel at the worst possible moments. There has to be something. And for God, freedom wasn't just enough for the Israelites. God had to give them something that was hopeful. So when God destroys the world, he promises Noah the sign of a rainbow, an everlasting covenant to mean that God will never destroy the world again. So what about the Israelites? And this is where the beauty of our rabbis in Hebrew speak to our neshama. God said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, "This month shall be for you the beginning of months. It shall be the first for you and the first of the months of the year." There's Rosh Chodesh, where if we were traditional, we'd make Cantor sing Hallel. The new month. How exciting is that? And according to our rabbis, this is the first commandment. I know I like to say be fruitful and multiply, but this is the first prescription to the Israelite nations, is to celebrate the new month. That doesn't sound really exciting. We just saw 10 plagues. We saw death and pain surround us, famine and illness. And as we're liberated, the first commandment, the first prescription to do is observe a new month. You know, if Moses was negotiating with God, give us something a little bit better. But this is the gem of why I love Judaism so much. Chodesh. Yes, in the plain meaning of the sense, month. But Rashi teaches us that it also means renewal. Renewal. All of us wish we could take the pain away. A real tangible feeling of anxiety, worrying. And the Israelites still had this. God knew. God didn't have the capability to take away the uncertainty and pain, the trials, the tribulations of not just the Israelites, of all humanity. But God wanted us to have some form of renewal every month. That even in our darkest times, hope's just around the corner, if you look for it. Never in my years of being a rabbi would I take to appreciation when our police officer said that this temple treats them as if we're family. And on top of that, the amount of countless stories that we hear about or don't hear about in which humanity proves itself quite extraordinary. It's the good. We live our lives, but we're supposed to live. And each month, as we conclude even the Gregorian calendar in January, each month, frankly, each day is a hope for renewal. So in our sadness, don't forget to live. Shabbat Shalom. Aleinu, we rise together, 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. On this Shabbat, we recall those who've passed away in the Shana these 7 days. Randall Arby Benson, Bertram Allen Bloomston, and Isaiah Schachter. And we also recall those who have passed away in years past with these yortzites. I.J. Ahrens, Audrey Allen, Ruth Applebaum, Daniel Mark Blitz, Henry Bookspin, Rachel Turner, Marco Cohen, Melvin Cohen, Mitchell Cotton, Harriet Damson, Rose Sugarman Davis, Carlotta Holzer Dorn, Reva Levy Engel, Blanche March Erdrich, Celia Farguson, Irving Fies, Paul Fraser, Julia Freibaum, Minnie Friedman, Jacob Friedman, Molly Licht Friedman, Hermione Friend, Millie Gandler, Adrian Gerson, Dan Goldberg, Chaim Goldberg, Paul D. Goldblatt, Joan Goldspiel, Jerry Richard Goldstein, Herman Grabov, Elizabeth Gercio, Clara Gervich, Eli Hannon, Jimmy Hess, Edwin Hiller, Basil Isaac Hershkovitz, Adolf Kessler, Jacob Krantz, Erwin Kroskin, Nettie Klein Landa, Mildred Lapidus, Scott William Leader, Gerald Lewis, Luis Louie, Angela Lichtenstein, Lois Joan Matz, Donald May, Herman May, Irving May, Florence Lorch Mayer, Julie Munsky Metzger, Rose Meyer, Willeen Engel Mitnick, Barbara Oliver, Cindy Patterson, Agnetz Phillips, Lee Joseph Phillips, Leo Reitman, Sarah Pinhas Robinson, Bertha Robenseld, Gloria Spire Sag, Nathan Sachs, Minnie Sachs, Arthur Schwartz, Corrine Schwartz, Eva Siegel, Persephone Sifkanios, I apologize for a mispronunciation, Celia Marvin Sugarman, Abe Slotnick, Murray Sokol, Abe Stein, William Strauss, Dorothy Stewart, Al Toronto, Orvin Warner, Sarah Weinberg, Melvin Weinman, Margaret Hirsch Weiss, and Samuel Wasotsky. If it is your tradition to rise for our Mortars Kaddish, we invite you to do so to 598. Yikadal Vikadash Shemei Rabbah, Biomad Divrach Rote Vamlich Malchute, V'chayachod v'yomechon uv'kayed kol Beit Yisrael. Bagala uzman kariv v'yamru.
Amen.
Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mivarach Le'olam Alamei Maya. Yibarach v'hishabach v'yibar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shemei Dekudshah.
Beichu.
Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushvechata v'nechemata. Damiram b'yama v'yamru.
Amen.
Yehei Shlama Rab min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael. V'yamru.
Amen.
O say shalom b'mromav. Huya say shalom. Aleinu v'yakol Yisrael. V'yamru.
O se shalom bimromav, huya se shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen.
I am instructed by a board member, David Reese, to give the Shema announcements, even though it is clearly written in our pulpit folder. That's every single time he thinks there's evidence that if the rabbi announces it at the pulpit, it will increase participation. Well, I think people come if there's usually free food, not so much if I read it from the announcements. So, free food, tomorrow, we'll get to that. It's the announcements. Okay. He asked for it, he's going to get it, and he's going to get this every week. But we're going to just go through the end of the month, Baruch Hashem. Okay, tomorrow, 9 a.m., in-person Torah study. 10 a.m., it's my favorite part of the month. Love, pray, eat. We got, I want to say, a pretty fascinating text study, so please come. Elizabeth, did you look at it in advance? You didn't cheat? Did you look at it at all? No. Okay. It's about can one get on the path of Teshuvah? And we'll be talking about Pharaoh because there's tons of rabbinic commentary that is incapable of finding the path. So come join us. It's a participatory conversation. 5:30 p.m. tomorrow night. None of here us qualify for this, but it's our teen Tefti program. Sunday, there's religious school. 11:30, there's Temple Circles Leaders Roundtable. That's a mouthful. Okay, Wednesday, 12 o'clock, Torah study with Monica, Hebrew school. And then Friday, Shabbat, it's Shabbat Shira. Oh, that's a good one. We should say. Cantor and Monica will be doing their thing for Shabbat Shira. They're doing a whole segment during the sermon spot, right? This is where I don't have to teach? That's where you do it. That's where you do so the sermon and song. Where you do the talking about all your favorite rock stars. Okay, and then that's the end of the month. Oh no, we got 31st Torah study and Shabbat service. Clearly, we have the programs. You can read it for yourself. If you can't read, come find me. I will help you out. Let's close it with Master of the World Adon Olam, 625. What? Is that what we're doing? Is that what it translates to?
Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefzo kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hove ve'hu yeh betifara ya da 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 ya da ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da da ya da 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 ya da ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da ve'hu echad ve'ein sheni lehamshilo lehachmira beli reshit beli tachlit velo haoz ve'hamisra ve'hu eli ve'chai goali ve'tzur chavli be'eit zara ve'hu nizi umanos li מנת כוסי ביום אקרא. ובידו אפקיד רוחי, בעת ישן ואירה, ואם רוחי גוויעתי, אדוני לי ולא אירא. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Shabbat shalom.
Good Shabbos.
Don't forget to keep your air conditioning on this weekend.